We are solving GEMDAS and solving inequalities, and we want to solve inequalities involving more than one step. So in this case, we would be solving using GEMDAS still. And whenever we do GEMDAS, we want to start with addition and subtraction, and then we want to work our way over to groups. So here above the division sign, we have groups W plus 12. So that means we're going to solve it at the end. So we have to do everything else first. Outside of the group, we have a negative and divide by 5. We could do this in 2 steps if we wanted. We could multiply by negative and then multiply by 5. But what I would like to do is I'm going to multiply by negative 5. So multiply by negative 5 on both sides. And that is going to be inverse multiplication. And the reason that we're multiplying by negative 5 is because we want to get rid of the negative and we want to get rid of the 5. So we get rid of both of those things in one step. And that cancels negative 5. So we're left with W plus 12. And then we're going to have to talk about the sign. And then that's going to be negative 20. Now, whenever we multiply or divide by negative, we have to change the direction of the inequality sign. So now we have the inequality sign going the other way to account for multiplying by the negative. And then we subtract 12 and subtract 12. And then we get W is less than or equal to negative 32. If the inequalities are the same, so both of these are, or if the signs are the same, both negative, we keep the sign and we add the constant. So we get negative 32. My W is on the left side already, so I'm just going to write it down as W is less than or equal to negative 32. On my number line, the number that I care about is 32. And the equal sign underneath tells me that it's going to be a closed dot. And this arrow pointing to the W says I should shade to the left. Now, for my interval notation, I need 2 things. I need 2 endpoints. So 32 is going to be my high endpoint. And then this arrow here means that it goes to negative infinity. So I go from negative infinity to 32. And then we have to decide how to end if the number is included or not. So 32 is a closed dot, so that means I should use a bracket because 32 is included. Oh, that's negative 32. Negative 32. And negative infinity is going to be a parentheses because we'll never count to negative infinity, so we can't include it in our numbers.